Right, Shalom to the 144,000, as well as the one third of the elect of the nation of Israel. I'd like to give all the praises to Abanawa Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashiach Yahushai, Waha Rakah Kodash. Double honor, of course, is due unto the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, GMS, who continue to rule and teach Yasha Allah well through the Spirit, leading the flock by example. Honors and citations goes out to the Akim, pushing this gospel, this good news the world over, in sincerity and in truth, in hopes that it may edify and feed the elect lambs of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Okay. Adawan Ratazar, which means Lord willing. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So yeah, okay. We're basically here, man. Okay, these prophecies are speaking loud and clear, shouting, if you will. All right. We're basically, prophesying in the midst of prophecies. Okay. Okay. They're basically, backing up what we're saying through the Spirit, of course. All right. That's how close we are, to the end. Now, as you can see from this article on your screen from endtimeheadlines.org, all right, the headline, as you can see, says Whole Foods sparks boycott calls over requiring customers to scan QR, which stands for Quick Response Code, to enter. All right, and you're gonna see, more of these things take place. Okay, as we get closer to the MOTB, which is that RFID micro C hip being globally mandated across the world. Okay, more supermarket shops, businesses, all right, gyms, wherever you shop at, wherever you go to, okay, they're going to require, okay, an RFID micro C hip in order to participate, to enter, all right, to basically be involved in commerce, all right. But Esau, Edom, beginning with Amalek, all right, which are the so-called white people, but they, the Amalekites are the fake Jews, all right, the Jewish people. It's gonna come around and say, all right, fed up with this captivity, man, all right. 1948, man, all right. The chief head of Esau, the elite banking families, they want this economy to be crashed, so they can bring forth their new world order, man. Okay, but Yahweh Shemashah is gonna rain down on that, man. It says that in Job. Okay, so what they do by gradualism is condition the people to get used to, quick, convenient methods of payment until soon it becomes, you know, that CHIP being implanted into your body. So, you're gonna have outrage about this, man. You're gonna have outrage. All right. So it says Whole Foods Market's new store in Washington District, Columbia, has earned the ire of some shoppers not happy with technology that requires them to scan a QR code to enter. Okay, and there's gonna be a lot of sedition. There's gonna be a lot of division amongst people. Okay, just like there was division when it came to the taking the C19 vaccines. Okay, family members were ripped apart. All right, so expect things to get worse, and expect the same thing to happen. Okay, the supermarket opened the 21,500 square foot store Glover Park location in February last year, 2022, with a range of specialized features. The new store includes gates at multiple points during the shopping experience, which require a QR code to pass through. They are located at the entrance, at either end of the checkout, and at the exit. And I believe that in London, over here in the UK, there's an Aldi that has something either the exact same or similar, where you need a code to pass through. Okay, might not be a QR code, but it's the same system, similar system behind it. All right, to do your shopping. Okay, so that's speaking volumes. All right, that we know that the MOTB is literally right here. So it says, according to Newsweek, the system replicates those seen at Amazon Fresh stores around the country. Whole Foods Market is a subsidiary of the online retail giant known as Amazon's Just Walk Out technology. Right, and Amazon One has that palm scanning thing as well. Okay, so there's different ways of that gradual, way of getting people to eventually pay with their bodies, biometric, basically. Bio meaning body, metric meaning to measure. Okay, you got the eye scanning technology as well, the iris one. Okay, so that you know where we're at with this. Okay, it was one of two Whole Food stores to open in 2022 to feature the system. Look at that. Whole Foods in Washington D.C. requires you to scan in before entering, scan to enter checkout, scan to leave the checkout, scan to leave the store. And obviously you got them self checkouts anyway in the store when you pay for your groceries and you scan it yourself and you pay with your debit card or credit card, whatever. All right. So it's all about that convenience. You know. See if we can play a bit of this.
Very controversial new Whole Foods in Washington, D.C. You have to scan to check in. You have to scan to check out. You have to scan to leave the checkout. And then you have to scan to leave the store.
Look at that. Scan to just leave the store. Okay. So, already when you, even over here, even in certain supermarkets like Tesco in the UK, which is the UK's biggest one, or most popular one, all right, yeah, you go in there. You don't have to scan to actually go into the store. You just pick up your trolley, basket, whatever. Pick up the things you want. If you want to have somebody, you know, put your groceries on the belt and have someone check it for you, you can if you want. Or you can go to the self checkout and scan the things yourself and then, pay for it. But this, you have to do it when you're leaving the store and things like that. You see? So you see where we're heading with this? It says by scanning the code upon entrance at the gates, shoppers at the DC Whole Foods simply need to take what they want off the shelf and it is added to their virtual basket, right? See? Digital basket, basically. Alright? Because we know these central bank digital currencies are going to be basically the backbone for the MOTB to operate on, man. Okay, that's going to have your digital wallet, your digital identification, all your details are on there, personal details, bank details, medical history, criminal history, things like that. Okay, then they just pay the total at the checkout or via the app, and then the apps are all over the place, man. Everything is app based. All right. It's a feature that left some people unimpressed. By scanning the code upon entrance at the gates, shoppers at the DC Whole Foods simply need to take what they want off the shelf and it's added to their virtual basket. Then they just pay the total at the checkout or via the. Oh, it's the same thing. Same thing. Others retweeted him, including raw food advocate David Wolf, who wrote boycott Whole Foods. Very controversial move, Whole Foods in Washington D.C. An ex-user, must be Twitter, right? User named Dana, or that, Dana posted, including the same video as Wall Street Silver. Political analyst Michael Ashura posted on Twitter. If we don't boycott stores like this, we're sleepwalking into tech totalitarianism. That's what we're coming to, man. Devil knows he has a short time. Okay, so he's coming down with that great wrath, man. Okay. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of uproar about this. Okay, people aren't gonna feel comfortable like, with how they monitored it while they're in stores. Of course, you need to keep thieves and things like that away, right? But they want utter control, man, complete control, because we know this man has a god complex. All right. So let's get Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 through 18, which reads, "And he, right, Babylon the Great, all right, which the elites, they run this whole system, this society, all right, causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." Okay, so of course you're not going to be able to, conduct transactions. You're not going to be able to pay for petrol. You're not going to be able to pay for groceries. You're not going to be able to sell things unless you have that. You know, straightforward. It's a physical electronic tag, physical mark. Alright. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 600 square and 6, going into the universal product code, man. Okay. So there you go. You won't be able to function well in society. And there's going to be a lot of, truthers, things like that. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be into that mindset of living off grid. Okay. There will be people that, a lot of people that won't take this. Okay. But we know the majority of the people, these masses, that will. Right. Especially our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians, and the Israelites who were scattered among the nations that look like them. All right. And mostly you're gonna take this sea hit, man. Okay. Especially the 2/3 of Babylon the Great. All right. Okay, because you trust in the shadow of Egypt, you trust in this system, all right? You don't trust in the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right? Because we're coming to a very dangerous time, all right? This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael, right, the archangel Michael, and his name in the Hebrew is Mayaka Allah, which means he who is like the power, okay? And at that time shall Mayaka Allah stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, right, Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Okay, and the elect, hopefully let man, Yahweh Shemel Shai's got a spirit of protection on them. Okay, now the elect will go through Jacob's trouble. Okay, like how gold is refined and things like that. All right, but the elect will be fed and watered. Okay, and there'll be trials, but the elect will overcome. Through the spirit of the Lord. Let's go to Daniel chapter 12 and straight to verse 4, which reads, "But you, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end," which we're at the end right now, man. Okay, the true knowledge of this scriptures was sealed for a time. Okay, right, but now, of course, it's readily available for us. That time is coming to a close end. Right, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. All right. So we're certainly at the end of this man's kingdom, man. Because look at technology increasing, transport, right? Even in the business sense, even in in commerce, in trade, and things like that. You got robots doing things, manual work that people do, right? You got transactions that can be made from one country to another. So we're definitely at the end, definitely. Okay. Now this is Isaiah chapter 19 verses 1 through 2. It says the burden of Egypt, right? And Babylon the Great is spiritual Egypt. Just look at the back of your dollar bill, man. Right? All seeing eye on that pyramid. Right? Behold, the Adawan Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, rideth upon a swift cloud, right? A chariot, and shall come into Egypt. Alright? And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Okay? And America is going to be completely destroyed by way of thermonuclear fire. Complements of the intercontinental ballistic missiles as well as the chariots of Yasha. Right. Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, right, these Babylonians, man, right, modern day Egyptians are these Edomites, okay, right, so there's going to be race wars, class wars, right, it's going to just be all out turmoil, as we inch closer to World War III as well, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, and, scripture talks about a kingdom divided cannot stand, alright, but has an end. Alright. So, Esau is definitely divided against himself. You got the Russian Edomites against Ukraine Edomites against American Edomites. Okay. So, we're most certainly at the end one. Okay. So, yeah. Just wanted to bring this quick news report out. And, hopefully this was comforting. Lord willing, I pray that this was comforting, edifying, uplifting, encouraging to the hopeful elect of the nation of Yasha Allah. Alright. So I'm going to end it there. Okay. So with that, Kwame Asherala, Wa Abad Babal, Wa Flababal. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the Bayah Shah Dawada, which is the house of David. The house of David. Salakia. Alright. You've risen up in the last days. Okay. Through the Spirit. Tabernacle of David being rebuilt through the Spirit. Alright. So, signing out. Shalom to the elect.